Hi everyone and welcome back to Speechy Sings. So for the past three videos we've been talking about the difference between breathing, speaking and singing, and we came to the conclusion that singing is hard. So so now we're going to start talking about each of the different processes that helps us speak or sing. In general, what helps us with voice. So we're going to start with breathing. So to move in detail, again not an anatomy lesson, don't worry too much. In detail, if we're going to talk about breathing, let's talk about the people in charge, well, the parts in charge. First of all, we have our lungs. So people know two big balloon shaped organs in the chest, and the lungs are sort of glued to this entire, the entire chest area is taken up almost completely by the lungs, and they're sort of stuck. It's like a box, and you have the lungs in the box, and the lungs are stuck to the box. So when the lungs move, your entire chest moves. When the lung, so you can't separate that. And the lungs are protected on the outside by the rib cage. So you have these ribs over here, sternum over here, and they connect to the spinal cord at the back. Then below the lungs, you have one dome-shaped organ called the diaphragm, and it can squash the stomach or come up, squash up, squash up. And between the ribs, we have muscles called the intercostals and the intracostals, and what they do is they help the ribs move. So since everything is connected, when the ribs move, the lungs move. And how do these ribs move? Because they are a cage, they can't move so much. What they do is they move like bucket handles. So if you have a bucket at home and you pull the handle up, you can move it down sideways and up, down sideways and up. And that's sort of what these ribs can do. Not that much, but up, down, up, down. So it's like a pump handle too. If people remember village pumps, that too. So the first thing we do when we breathe is to inhale. So we're going to restrict ourselves to talking about inhaling today. So again, there are three ways to inhale, and one of these is obviously the most efficient way. What are these three ways? So I like to think of it like a box. So if our chest cavity is like a box, the top of the box is our shoulders, the sides of the box are our ribs, and the bottom of the box is our diaphragm. We have to make the box bigger to breathe. Am I right? So how can you make this box bigger? You can either pull the top up, or you can pull the sides out, or you can push the bottom down. And okay, so what happens when you do each of these things? Pulling the top up is basically moving your shoulders up when you inhale. And this is called clavicular breathing because we're involving our collarbones over here. Again, talking only about inhalation. Second one, pulling your chest out and ribs out. We try to, lift our chest and lift our ribs. But again, it's the rib cage, so it's not going to move too much. Third is pushing the bottom down. So what is the bottom of the lungs? That's our diaphragm. And this diaphragm is a nice thick muscle that's shaped like a dome, and it's right over here at the bottom of our ribs. And what it does is when you breathe in using the diaphragm, it'll squash down, and when it squashes down, it's going to push our stomach out. Why? Because there's no space in the stomach. Because it has the stomach, it has our gallbladder, it has our pancreas, it has food, it has the kidneys, it has food, it has food, it has food. So you're squashing the stomach down, and since it has no place to go, it comes out. So I want you guys to pause this video now and try all three. I'll do them all once quickly for you guys. Shoulder, that's also called clavicular. Chest or thoracic. And abdominal or diaphragmatic. So pause. And come back. So what did you guys think? What worked? What works in general from a scientific perspective and from my own perspective, I will tell you, is diaphragm. Why? Because the diaphragm is made to breathe. It exists to inhale. So diaphragm, that's one advantage. Two, when we're going to work with our shoulders, we're involving so many other things, including the larynx, and that will cause major complications that I will be talking about later. Three, when we're going to use a thoracic area, again, it's the rib cage, guys, so it can't move that much, and we do need a lot of air. Remember how much air we need? Lots. So I'd like to end today by saying diaphragmatic breathing is best, and when we sit and sing as Carnatic singers do, it's pretty easy to do it. We just keep our one hand here on our stomach, one hand up, and we have to make sure that we inhale, bottom hand goes out. Nothing should happen here. So, and when we exhale, bottom hand goes in. So inhale, exhale. Easy, right? I hope it was. See you soon. Bye bye. Subscribe, share, comment, like. I'm Speechy Sings.